Hi everyone, good evening sa inyong lahat and welcome to the day 3 ng ating Olern Live. Please say hi and where are you from sa ating chat box. Pasensya na medyo na delay tayo but we're here. So I would like to welcome everyone to this third episode ng ating Olern Live. So please say hi and where are you from sa ating chat box. You know, I'm Jerry Ilaw, the founder of Olern, your e-learning platform for SMEs. And we're so excited for this third episode ng Olern Live because we have our special guest live from UK. Okay, so yan. Please say hi and where are you from sa ating chat box. Our partner, my partner, Sir Eric, is just trying to get in and yan, hopefully makahabol siya in a while. Okay? So, let me introduce our speaker. Sabi ko nga, this is actually a recap of what we have presented last March 3 and 4 for the Olern Virtual Business Summit. And we have 20 speakers from 4 different countries tackling different key areas in business such as management strategy, sales and marketing, HR strategy, innovation, and technology. And now we will bring back our speaker from UK. She is the founder of BQB CX Institute, the Busy Queen Bee. Please help me welcome Miss Claire Boscq-Scott. Hi, Claire.
Hi, Jerry. Hi, everybody.
Yes, we're live.
We're live, yes. I mean, it's 12:30 here in the UK and 8:30 in the Philippines, I guess.
Yeah, it's 8 plus. It's 8:22 in the Philippines. How are you, Claire?
I'm very good, very good. It's a bit of a crazy time at the moment with everything that's happening, but hey, you know what? Technology just makes things happen. And look, it's like we're next door to each other having a coffee. Isn't it incredible?
Yes. Yeah, we love technology. Because of this, even though there's a lockdown, we can communicate and we can educate our listeners, our viewers about customer service, right?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello, Luis. Hello, Celeste. Hello, Flora. Thank you very much for your little messages.
Yes. For those who just came in, please say hi and where are you from? Where are you watching this live episode of Olern? And also, please share this page so that this broadcast so that more people will be able to benefit from it. Yeah. Claire, maybe you can give them a short background about yourself.
Sure. So I am French originally, and I was I think when you're in that industry, I mean, my parents had a restaurant when I was little, and I guess when you're in that industry, you either love it or hate it. And I love that industry. I love seeing people happy, enjoying food, and coming back and talking to their friends and family, and wanted to come back and eat in the restaurant again. And so I just wanted to carry on doing that. That really made me feel happy. So I did my catering school in Nice, down the south of France. And then I started to, I knew I had to learn better English. And I found a little island, Jersey, between France and England, where I first came to speak English. Um, then I traveled around. I worked in Disney World. I worked in France. I worked in Spain. I worked in different countries. And I came back to Jersey 20 years ago now. And 10 years ago, actually, I worked for a hotel. So I was managing hotels for 10 years. And 10 years ago, I set up my own business with in mind to really help businesses to deliver exceptional customer services. So that's always been my aim. That's always been my passion. So we started doing mystery shopping 10 years ago. And from mystery shopping, it really grew into a lot more of understanding the customer journey, creating some real good standard, looking at developing and training the staff. And then kind of the mystery shopping kinds a little bit further down, actually. Once you've trained and once you've given some really good tools to your employees, then you can do the mystery shopping.
Yeah, that's great. I've done mystery shopping as well for my company years ago, and it really helps. So the talk that you had in the Olern Virtual Summit last March 3 and 4 is about building world-class customer service, right?
Yeah, I think a lot of the time we forget. There's this we forget that customer service can only be done if the employees are trained properly, if the employees have been given the right tools. So the employees experience really start first. So we need to look at, when we're looking at how can I deliver better world-class customer service, we don't just look at that customer point of view, but we need to look at the culture, we need to look at the environment, and we need to look at the people. Then we can look after the customers. So almost the customers comes last, because if we have those three parts first really right, really well, we've got some great strategy, we're training our staff, we're giving them the tools to do what they need, then the customer service is pretty much quite easy, really, when you think about it.
Yeah. And how important is customer service nowadays that we have this situation that we are in?
I mean, gosh, even more important than ever. Every single person we speak to, every single person, every employees that we need to care for, every single customers that are coming on our website or are ringing us. So face to face, there isn't so much face to face, but every single channel has to have touch points which really are customer focused. We cannot make any mistake. We cannot give bad service. Nowadays, it was very, very important last week, but I mean, this week it's even more important when everything is closing down, and every touch point that our customer make has to be right. And we need to look after our customers and our employees at every single touch point throughout our organizations.
Yeah, fully agree. I think let me. I think they're all excited. I think they're all excited to have your talk. We promised that we will play your talk last March 3, and I think that was March 3, right? March 3, first day. So to all of you who are watching, are you excited to hear the talk of Miss Claire? If you are, please say, yes, you are excited. And then we'll play
Yes, we
the...
watch.
Yeah.
There's people from Cebu, from Quezon City. Hello, everybody. It's just so lovely to be so close to you, and so far, but so close at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, please say yes in the chat box, and then we'll be playing the presentation of Claire. And don't leave yet, because Claire will be giving away an ebook later. Okay, it's a free ebook about customer service. So we'll give you the link after her talk. Okay. So are you ready? Yeah. There's so many. Yeah. watching. Oh, JP is here. Hi, JP from Union Bank. By the way, I would like to thank Union Bank who supported us as our co-presenter for the Olern Virtual Business Summit. Hi, JP. Yeah, we also have someone from Saudi Arabia, etc. Okay, so
Wow.
please stay tuned. I'll play the presentation of Claire, and then we'll be back to entertain your questions. If you have any questions, just comment, and Claire will be here to answer those questions. Okay, so let me prepare, the presentation of Claire.
Hello there. Hi, everybody. How are you? Jersey, which is just a little island between France and England. I've set up my business 11 years ago because I really wanted to help businesses to deliver exceptional customer experiences. And when we do that, the better experience we can deliver, better we're going to have loyal customers, we're going to have employees who feel good, we're going to have a real caring service culture. And this is what we want. I think our customers' expectations have changed, and we have a responsibility. We have to become accountable for our environment, for our people, and for our customers. So, who are our customers? And that's, sometimes a big questions. We kind of talk about our external customers, those who come through the front doors. But we need to remember that our internal customers, the people who come through the back doors, so our employees are also our customers. And this is sometimes something that we forget when we have a business, that our employees are our customers too. So it really is, anybody who depends on me is going to be a customer to me too. Anybody that can help will be my customers. And so when we talk about customers and customer segmentation, I usually look at 3 types of customers. So we have our advocates, and our advocates are customers that really love us. They'll come to us, they'll buy from us, they'll recommend us to their friend and family, and we love those customers. We want to nurture those customers. Then the second one, we've got our pathetic customers, and those apathetics are the customers, well, we don't really know. Am I buying from you, or am I buying from somebody else? I really don't mind. I don't care one way or the other. And then the third customers are the saboteurs, and they're the customers that are never, ever happy. So we need to think about, when we have customers, what do we need to understand about our customers? What are their needs? And again, this is really important, because nowadays they want you to meet their needs. They want you to trust. They want to be able to trust you. They want empathy. They want you to listen to them. They want some solution focus. They want really to feel important. They want you to personalize things, and they want you to give them some really their interests and flexibility in what they do, innovation, creativity. What else? What else? It's crazy, isn't it, what customers are expecting nowadays? But most of all, our customers want to feel valued. And this is really a really key part of any businesses. Our customers want to feel value, and we need to be able to give them, to make them feel value in return, give them some services that are going to make them feel, wow, I love those guys. I don't want to go and buy anywhere else. I just want to buy from them. So how do we do that? Well, there's a little something I need to explain. We've got 2 sides of our brain, and then we've got the left side of our brain, which is our neocortex brain. And the neocortex is all about the analytic and how we actually, it's all the logical, how we get on, it's the action time. Okay, and we've got our left brain, our right brain, which is the limbic brain. And the limbic brain actually gives us, it's all the emotions, it's the creativity, it's the receptiveness and things. So when we want to try to connect with our customers, we need to connect on emotional levels. Yes, because the emotional drive the connections to our customers. The emotions will get our customers to feel good, to want to be with you. And so when you're connecting with them, you need to be able to do that at that level so they feel that they want to be with you. So looking at your own business, what I want you to take a look at is 4 areas of your business: your culture, your environment, the environment around your business, your people, and your customers. So this is 4 areas that are key to really delivering a world-class customer service. So when you look at your culture, I want you to think that what is my business about? What is my vision about? What am I inspiring to? What are my employees all employed to do and also to be inspired to? You know, we talk about millenniums and we talk about millenniums, wanted to be inspired by, by a company, but everybody wants to be inspired. We want, as people, we want to be inspired by something so we can do right, we can do well. And this is what you need to make sure that your vision for your business is so inspiring that you're going to get everybody behind you. You need to be sure that you're aligning your values. What are your values? What are so important to you that you wouldn't be able to be in business if you didn't have those values? And once you've got your values, every decision that you take will need to be aligned with those values. So really, really, if you want to create a really great culture, make sure that you've got an inspiring vision, make sure that you've got values. And then what I'm going to ask you to do is actually create an employee and customer promise. Yes, this is the next step. We're really kind of giving your employees, promising your employees and your customers that you're going to take care of them. So create that promise and then share it to the world, share it with your customers, make sure that your employees know about it and they're all engaged into what you do. The next part of, what you need to do to really create that culture and really create an environment which feels good. When you're going somewhere and, you've got that workplace and you walk in and it feels good. And you want, if it feels good, it connects to that emotional level and you want to be here. You want, as an employee, you want to perform, you want to give more, you want to stay here. If it doesn't feel right, why would you want to be here? You're going to be stressed, you're going to have a headache, you're going to, you're not going to want to be here. So the environment really affects people. And as a business owner, you must be taking responsibility of your environment. You must create environments which feels good for your employees and for your customers. The more they feel, if your customers feel good, they will stay longer, they will buy more, they will want to come back. So it's just so simple, isn't it? And, when we talk about the environment, we need to look also, your employees are your key assets. So look after their well-being. Yes, well-being is so important. How do your employees feel? You need to take care of their physical health, their mental health, the social areas that they talk to, and they're on a social level, the ethical level, the policies that you've got, all the benefits, packages that you can give. This is what you really need to really look after. You need to look after your employees so they can look after your customers. And then, yes, the third part is your employee experience. You need to really understand what is the journey from the sourcing and the recruiting to the pre-boarding and onboarding. You're looking at the segmentation and the profiling of your customers, development and training, what you want to have, what are those strategies that you've got in place so your employees is going to want to stay here, that it's going to want to progress, it's going to want to, grow bigger in the company. What are your strategies in terms of retention and referrals? What are your strategies in terms of reward and recognition? This is so important to make your employees feel good, to have those kind of strategies. What is your strategy of your onboarding? So those are the steps that you really need to take care of to make sure that your employees' experience is amazing from the moment they walk through your door for a job interview to the moment they leave. So look at your employees' experience, look at the journey, and create some strategies to really develop, to make sure that every step of the way is created at that level, at an emotional level, so you can really kind of give your employees an experience and they'll never want to go anywhere else. You'll be saving so much money. Isn't it amazing? Right. Fourth part is our customers. Yes. Actually, if you do the first three parts correctly, excuse me, you won't even have to do much on your customer experience because everything will already be there. So this is quite a beauty of following those 4 steps and looking at the 4 steps, is that if you got a great culture, if you're caring for your environment and for your employees, your customer's experience will be fantastic. So the customer experience, again, I think is really important to look at how you connect at an emotional level. And a great way to do that is actually to use your 5 senses. So when you're looking at you're walking through the customer steps and the customer journey, creating a journey means that you're looking at every step of the way that your customers is going to take once he's in contact with you, whether it's online, whether it's a call center, whether it's a retail environment. It is exactly the same. Looking at every step of the way and mapping them out. This is a really important part of it because you can really get some key points and key area where you're going to connect with your customers and they're going to feel something at that point. And you want them to feel good, right? Not just feel, oh, I'm not sure about this company. So the more you can map out your journey, the better you'll be able to actually, give that great customer experience. So mapping out your customer journey, then you're going to need to train your staff on that mapping. Yes, the training of it is so important, and we kind of forget about training quite a few times. Businesses spend a lot of time spending a lot of money and a lot of time on advertising, when really, if you haven't trained your staff, there's no point to spend money on advertising. Stop your budget advertising, put it on your staff training first, and then once your staff know what they're doing, then you can actually start advertising again and getting people through your doors. Yes, you want that. You want people through your doors, so you need to be able to train your staff in a real quite great manner so they have the tools to get great customer experiences. And also, when you train them, they feel valued. And valued employees will drive loyalty. And this is key to everything, not just loyalty for employees, but loyalty for your customers. Because when you don't do it, when you don't make your employees feel loyal, valued, and your customers loyal, well, you may just lose a few billions pounds. If you take, for example, United Airlines, I don't know if you've seen a clip back in 2017 when they actually dragged the customer out of an airplane. Well, this isn't quite the way you should be treating your customers, is it? They've lost £1 billion in value in minutes. Once that video went viral, they lost not just the value money, but the respect from people, their customs, and it's just impossible to come back from something like that. So can you really afford to give one bad customer experience? You can't. It's impossible. You've got to make sure that every step of the way is really taken care of. Because when your employees and your customers feel valued, you'll increase your profitability. You'll increase your number of customers through your doors. You'll increase, their satisfaction. You'll increase the amount that they buy from you. You'll reduce customer complaint. You'll increase your brand value. And this is all the things that you need to have a thriving business. So to really have a thriving business, you have to look after your culture, look after your environment, look after your people, and look after your customers. Your 4 points, 4 functional areas. The next step with this, I want you to take 4 more steps. For each one, your culture, your environment, your people, and your customers, I want you to start assessing your customers, asking them what do they want, asking them, checking, segmenting them, understanding their needs, assessing your employees, asking them how happy are they, assessing the environment, auditing, making sure that everything is all right and okay. So assess is your first step. Develop is your second step. You need to be able to develop strategies. So for each of your 4 main function area, I want you to start developing your strategies. From your customer complaint strategies, to your well-being strategies, to your chief ambassador strategy, all those things can be mapped and really be developed. And if you need help, this is what I'm here for. So, really look at your strategy, develop your strategies to make sure that your business is right on track. Okay? And not just right on track. Once you've got the strategies, then you need to implement the strategy and train your staff. Those are the 2 next, points. Yes, you've got your customer journey, you've got your mapping, you've got your customer complaints, you've got your sales technique. All those things are great to have, but if you don't train your staff or implement the strategies, there won't be any points. So really spend a lot of time, involve your managers to really help with the implementation, make them accountable to ensure that every point, every strategy in your business is being implemented. And the 4th part of it, and the last part of it, you need to measure. You can't manage a business if you don't measure your business. So you need to measure how you're getting on. You need to measure your KPIs, your key performance indicator. Use KPIs, key performance indicator, to know how you're doing. If you're doing well, or if you're not doing that well. What could you be using? Well, you could be using, for example, it's called Nps Score, so your Net Promoter Score. This is something that, you can ask your customers, would you recommend us to your friend and family? And, if they say yes, well, this is really, really good. If they say no, well, you need to understand why they say no, what went wrong, and really understand how you can improve. So ask questions to your customers. The other things that you can measure is doing mystery shopping. Mystery shopping is a fantastic way to measure your customer service. Again, whether you're on call or whether you're in a retail shop, hospitality, use a company like mine to measure your customer service. And this will really give you some really important input on how you can improve the service and how you can improve, the service delivery to your customers. And I think, if you're able to do those 4 things, if you're able to assess first, develop your strategies, implement or train, and then measure, you will have a thriving business. Because if you have a healthy environment, if you have a caring culture, if you have engaged employees, that will give you increase in performance, increase in service delivery, increase in customer loyalty, increase in profits, and have a thriving business. And that's what we want. We really do want, a thriving business. So following those steps that I've just given you will be able to really improve and thrive in your business. But, sometimes people are excited and they think, oh, yes, I can make some changes. And, they just don't. And, then it goes down in a downward spiral. Instead of going into the upward spiral and having a thriving business, you'll go down and down and down. You'll have unhappy customers, you'll have, engaged employees, you'll lose money, you will have to spend to try to compensate for everything else that is going wrong. So really take a few moments to look at your service delivery and how you can make some changes which will affect not just customers, will affect your employees, will affect your environment where you work, and will affect your culture as a whole. And once your culture and you really care, you bring more care into what you do, amazing changes. So this is me for now. Is there any questions from anybody? Okay, I think also because I was just so happy to be part of this summit, I wanted to give you a free gift. So if anybody wants to download a copy of my book, which is called Thriving by Caring, this will give you some ideas on how you can bring more care into your business. It'll give you some ideas on training. It'll give you some ideas on, things that you can be doing to improve your service delivery as well. So we will put the link further down. And so if you want to just download the ebook, you'll be able to do that. Just put your name on the list, and that will be, there you go. That's just the link is just up there. Okay, so we have the best, the quickest way to understand that. So I was explaining about the brain, the left brain and the right brain. And the right brain is where we've got the emotions. It's that living brain. It's where we drive. It's where we have our five senses as well. So when you're looking at your business, for example, and you're looking at your environment, a really simple, quick way to connect with your customers and your employees at that emotional level is to use your five senses. So walk into your place and actually close your eyes and then open your eyes as if you've never been into that business. And, what can you see? What can you smell? What can you hear? What can you touch? What can you taste? What are the things that are going to connect with the five senses and you're going to get your customers and your employees to feel good about something? Or it could be bad, because if your office is a mess, if you have, papers everywhere, or if your shop isn't attractive or doesn't smell right, that customers never want to come and stay with you. So using the five senses is a really simple way to actually connect, because the five senses drive our emotions. Does that make sense? Oh, yes, right, okay, yes. So just to finish off, I'm just very grateful for being here today.
There, Claire.
Hello.
Yes, such full of insights. Thank you so much for that presentation. I hearing it for the second or third time, I think I still have some realizations that I need to implement for my business.
I'm glad you do. I mean, it does take a lot of time as well. I think, sometimes people think that customer service or customer experience is just a one-off thing, and, oh, we've done some training, we're going to be good now. And
Yeah.
it's constantly, it's a virtual circle. You're always looking at improving. You're always looking at areas of, what you're doing right. And, it can't be just a one-off thing. It really is something that, need to be taken on as a whole part of the business, really.
Yeah. Um, and for those of you who have questions, feel free to ask them so that Claire can answer. Claire, I really like your approach in terms of looking at the customer service in a holistic way, looking at the culture, environment, employee, and customers, not just the customer per se. Because as you mentioned, all these things, the culture, the environment, the employees, have a direct impact on how your customer service will be perceived by your customers. So yeah, thank you so much for that. Um, we have a question here from Kadto. He said that in today's crisis, is the customer journey still the same, especially for travel industry? So thank you, Kadto, for asking that. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything has been disrupted. Everything that everybody's been doing in terms of their customer and employee experience over the last few months, years, or whatever, is going to be completely disrupted and completely reevaluated, and actually rethinking about how we deliver what we've been delivering up to now. Travel industry, retail, hospitality, it is an absolute yeah, I think it comes back to actually those values that we have in our business. What do we want to, what is our business about, and how can we make sure that, how can we take care of our employees, and how can we take care of our customers, because they're their priority in anything that we do. So absolutely, if you have a business, you need to put that priority into that, the care part of it, you know and that's I know it's also a cost to it, but there's nothing more important at the moment than really taking care of our employees and our customers.
Yeah, yeah, especially nowadays that we are really contained because of this because of this virus. And I think I look forward to the day that this will all end, and we can travel again, we can go out and uh, eat the dishes that we missed during this quarantine period. Yeah.
To make us think as well, sometimes it does that, those kind of things make us think perhaps we've been taking things for granted as well. Things seems to have been, because we could go and buy bread, and because we could go and get anything anytime anywhere, suddenly we can't. And it's make you
yeah.
realize actually how grateful every single thing that happens, that we really need to feel, that gratefulness in every day that we've got. It really, it takes us back to some real simple principles of life, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, agree. Claire, you've been visiting the Philippines for a number of times already. In fact, you've been training many companies here. May I ask, what are the common mistakes in customer service that you see among Filipino companies?
Okay, so I think that you have a heart of gold, and I think Filipinos already have in their genes something that they want to help others. They're very how can we help you, and how can we do this, and how can we do that in a certain way. Sometimes it's just perhaps too much, and so the service delivery is, it is about taking care, but it's not about annoying people, if you see what I mean. So for example, I was shopping in one of your shopping malls, and I went in the shop, and that assistant followed me all around the shop. I mean, it was just very awkward, and I wish that they didn't do that. But and I'm like, that's okay. I can look, because you feel you feel embarrassed, you feel awkward, you feel like somebody's watching you, so you don't really want to look or try or taste. So, you know, so it's about really, although Filipinos are really welcoming and they've got that, they want to help, in the first place, they need to learn a little bit more about body language and reading their customers and actually being able to be there when they need it, but to give them a bit of space as well when the customer need that space. So that's probably one of the biggest things I saw when I was at the Philippines.
Yeah, sometimes when I'm just looking around and the salesperson is keeps on following me, it really I'm really I mean I want to go out of the store if that happens again, but yeah.
And also, I mean, it's also the fact that there is so much staff. So perhaps you would look a similar organization in Europe. You may have 10 people, on the shop floor, doing their job, being really trained and really doing their stuff. And the Philippines, you would have a similar organization, and you may have 50 people doing, on the shop floor, because
Yeah.
the salaries and the way it works out. So but it doesn't necessarily means that those 50 people are giving great service. It just means that it's bodies, there. So, perhaps, for organization, it really is about giving the employees some really good tools to become better salesperson, better customer orientated, and really kind of making them understand how the customer feel and, what do they need to connect, how can it connect, how can it build rapport, how can it talk to their customers in a much better way than
Yeah.
having maybe 50 people on a shop floor which don't know how to do all those things.
Yeah, so I've read before that when the customer is looking at the products, you let just keep your distance, and then when that customer looks around and like looking for help, that's when the salesperson should come in. And frankly, in my personal experience, that's how I like it as well. When I need help, they should be there. But if I don't, I want to them to somehow be at a distance.
Right. And I think, it is about reading body language. It's about really because we don't just communicate with words. And, 55% of people make an assumption of you within 7 seconds by just looking at you. So, when you're walking in somewhere, if you feel right, or if you see somebody and they're just lying down and, watching their phone or whatever, and you're going to think, I'm not too sure that person is really going to be interested in me. So they need to be engaged, they need to be here, they need to be looking, and give a bit of space first. Keep that eye contact. This is really important. Use your whole body to communicate with your customers.
Yeah, thank you so much. Luis has a question. Definitely, we need to rethink our strategies towards our customers in a crisis like this. So, he's asking, where does he need to start?
Yeah, so
Any
I
suggestion?
think it comes back to what I was saying during the video, and because customer service isn't just about the customer's area, but you really need to really visit the things that you do as a culture, the environment that you provide, the people, so your employees, the employees experience, what does it look like, and then the customer experience. Because if you're just looking at the customer experience, you'll be firefighting almost, because the core, the base of the business wouldn't be right in the first place. So revisit your culture. What have you got? What are what are your values? What is the business promise? What is the vision? What is the mission? Do you have like a brand ambassador or chief happiness officer? Do you celebrate success? Those kind of things are the things that within the culture you need to just make sure that all that is really well established. And then look at the environment, and then how does it feel, when you walk in there, when you work in that environment? Do you feel good? How do you look after your employees? Do you have a well-being strategies? Nowadays it isn't just about putting people on a shop floor and saying, here you go, You go and work. We need to take care of them. We need to look
Yeah.
after their well-being. We need to ask them how their grandmother is or their cat is, and actually making the employees feel valued will make their customers loyal. And this is a big thing about it. Employees driving employees loyalty, valuing your employees will drive your customers loyalty.
Yeah, fully agree with that. As you're explaining it, I think it's such a, what do you call this, needed work, but it also is a lot of work. So based on your experience having worked with companies here in the Philippines and also with your international clients, how how much time does it take to really turn around a business, assuming your culture is not that good, your employees so as well? How much time is needed to really turn it around and make it a world class customer service?
Yeah, I mean, I have programs that are a year programs, which really kind of give a good strong base to a customer experience and employees experience uh, program, and then once you've done this and you've started with that basis, that means that you could have hopefully you can find somebody within the organization which can take over and actually continue the good work, because you know having a program, doing a program with me is great, but it is a continuous circle. So more and more you see now positions and jobs of within an organization. You are a CX, you're becoming a CX officer, you are taking on a chief happiness officer, you're taking on somebody who's really going to be working with somebody like me or some others, customer experience experts, and actually help them to really drive and put a program together, and then they can continue, because it's not just a one-off thing. It really is a continuous program. So for me, 1 year is really will give some great basis to a company to really start, looking at those 4 areas, developing some great strategies, but then moving forwards, it has to be something that the company thinks a long term. It's not a short, quick thing that you can just turn around.
Yeah, so there's no quick fix. It should be a long-term program for the company, and yeah, continuous effort to make sure that you're building the right customer service in the organization. And I think that's a perfect time. You have different courses, Claire, that you offer to companies.
Yes, so what I've done for you, we've been talking about it, and with everything that's happening, I've got an online course which is on a platform called BQBCX Institute. I've actually just posted that on the group chat, and I want to offer 50% discount
Wow,
on
50%.
just for those who are listening to you today, and for your listeners, and because this is the time we are in house, we have to stay, but it's not the time to fall asleep. It's not the time to feel sorry for ourselves. It's the time to get on and grow and develop ourselves, and really kind of use that time so we can get better, even better when we come out of it. So we're ready to look after our customers. So we're ready to really kind of have some engaged employees, and who really want, because people will come out and they'll all want to be talking and chatting and seeing people. So let's engage them. Let's create that real great engagement, so it gives our customers some really good service as well.
Yeah, totally agree. This is a perfect time since everybody's at home. This is actually a perfect time to plan out, to strategize for your company and train your employees and also train yourself, right? That's why we're doing this e-learning for everyone to help you. What do you call this? To help you with your business and
Yeah,
yeah.
because
So
it's
yes,
also
Claire.
I think the business is also, it's the person, the founder, the people, the CEOs, the board of directors, the people who are, who started the company. They're the heart of it. They've got to pump it out, and they've got to feel that themselves, that they can do it. And that's, being able to learn different things will also make them feel good, make them feel that they can do it. In those challenging times, we cannot just feel sorry for ourselves. Let's just go and do it.
Yeah.
Just
Yes. Yeah, totally agree. So I posted the links. I think, yeah, for those of you who are interested to check out the course of Claire, she's generous, very generous to give us 50% discount. And they have to use the coupon code, right? So I posted this coupon code.
that's
So
it.
you can use that to get 50% discount. And yeah, thank you so much, Claire, for giving us this opportunity as well. Um, yeah, to close it, any last reminders for our viewers, and also invite them to check out the course?
Yes, it is all about, it's all about bringing more care into what we do, and if you can care for your employees, they will care for your customers. If you'll be able to learn things and develop yourselves and be able to share those tools with others, that's what it's about. Just be generous with what you're learning, and actually being able to share it and make people feel good. We want to feel good, because when you feel good, you'll think good and you behave in a great way. So whilst this challenging time, let's just all, bring more positiveness, and, bring more feeling good in what we do every day. And
Yeah,
of download my ebook, free ebook if you want. There's the little link here. You'll have there's the copy of it, that hard book, but and there'll be loads of little tips that you've got in that book to actually help you just do that.
yeah. Thank you so much, Claire. Yep. Don't forget to download the ebook. You see there on your screen the link. It's free. You can learn lots of wisdom from Claire because 30 minutes of talk is not enough. Yeah. And if you want to check out her courses, I've also posted the link. Claire is actually going here in the Philippines so often. So we met actually face to face few months ago, and yeah, she's working with different clients, companies here in the Philippines. So she's very much aware of our culture, of how we think, of our business environment, etc. So she can definitely help you out when it comes to developing a world class customer service.
I
So
can't wait to come back, and I can't wait to come back and fly back in that
yes.
area.
Yeah. By the way, Claire, your plaque is with me. So when you come back here in the Philippines, yeah, I would love to give it to you personally.
Excellent. Cool. That's a deal. That's a promise. That's a date.
Yes. Okay, so thank you so much again for those of you who are watching. Claire, thank you so much for joining us in such a short notice. So thank you for sharing your wisdom again to all of us, to SMEs here who are looking forward to elevating and creating and building a world-class customer service. So thank you so much, Claire.
Bye. Bye.
Hi. Yes, and again, to those of you who are watching, please don't forget to download the ebook. It's in the link. It's a free ebook of Claire, so please download it. Thank you so much again for watching. We're sorry our partner and co-host, Erica Egg, was not able to join us, but is saying hi and see you tomorrow. This is day 3, day 3 challenge of our Olern Live. So we'll see you again tomorrow, same time, 8 p.m. for day 4. Yan. See you, everyone. Bye.